Good morning. I'm Brigadier-General Retired Earl Arthurs, and I am the Training Institute Manager for the Regional Security System. And over the last 6 days, I've been deployed by CDEMA as part of its regional response team to come to St. Vincent and the Grenadines and to do an assessment. I came with a team of 8 people, regional experts, joined a group from the National Damage and Needs Assessment Team, the DANA, Damage Assessments and Need Analysis Team, is led by the chairman, Mr. Jackson, and the team and I met on Friday, and we came up with a series of what we call interviews and assessments that we were to go on. We decided to do 10 different teams, and some of the teams went along with regional counterparts, others went on their own. And yesterday, I finished the report. The report has been sent to CDEMA, and they will come and meet with the Prime Minister and his team, and they are going to review the report and make whatever amendments before it is then accepted and used for the future. Now, I want to say a few things about the damage assessment and need analysis. This is something that is new for this type of hazard. We are accustomed to work with hazards such as hurricanes and floods and tsunamis, fires, but a volcanic hazard is one that is so much different because it doesn't really have an end in sight that you're aware of. So it could be going on for 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, or a few months. Now, in the case of this volcano, we are told by Professor Robertson that it might go on for a few months or a year. So we had to come out and do a quick assessment to see exactly what we need to do now and plan for the medium and the long term. But I want to add that we need to do this exercise maybe once every month, because as the situation changes, so we have to plan for the future. I am quite happy with what I've seen. I think that food, water, and shelter is well provided for the people here, or people in need. We have accounted for most of the people, not all yet, because we need to go house to house in the red zone and in the orange zone, and to really capture who all are left behind. You know, they don't want to force people, even though it's mandatory to come out. Some people are still there. When I went there, I saw them. So we need to capture that to make sure we account for everybody who is in there and who is outside here. I am sure that with the efforts that the region supporting St. Vincent the Grenadines, that we will get over this. I want to say kudos to the Barbados Defense Force, Barbados Coast Guard, the St. Lucia Coast Guard, and the Trinidad and Tobago Coast Guard and Defense Force. They have come forward and they have given good support, especially in transportation, because we definitely appreciate that. This is what we need at this time to move people from one island to the other. Now, about the report itself. What the report looks at are about 10 different special areas that in our line of duty, we call them sectors. And these sectors include things like infrastructure, water, electricity, food, shelter, and housing, and those types of crucial, important sectors that we need to survive, but not only in the normal sense of things, but more or less like in the emergency sense of it. So during a disaster, food, water, and shelter are three of the most important things. And so we looked at those, especially considering the people who are actually been displaced. But also, this is not just for the 20,000 people or so that have been displaced. We are looking at maybe the whole country, because even the ones here in the south who have not been displaced have also been affected in somewhat areas. They have been either hosting, assisting, supporting, or providing some kind of assistance to these people who have been displaced. So I want to take my hat off to them. I think that what I've seen so far, I'm very, very happy with, and I know that with time, some of this might go wane and go off and minimize. But I would like to encourage them to keep fit and to continue the support. And concerning housing is going to be a problem, because people will not be able to stay in shelters for a very, very long time. Emergency shelter is a temporary thing. It's supposed to be for a few weeks only. And in this case, that you don't know when you'll be able to go back to your farms and homes, that is the challenge at this time. So one of the things that I have been recommending is that we look at having emergency housing, and then that is just for the medium term. So we could take the people from the shelters to the emergency housing, and they will have a bit more independence. And also, on the longer term, we are looking at reconstruction, where when the volcano go and sleep, we'll be able then to take the residents from the north to an area where they'll be able to rebuild their homes, and they'll be able to go back to their farms and their livelihood. And that is in the long term. The medium term is to find emergency housing that they'll be able to live in until they could move to permanent quarters. And the next thing I want to speak about is food, feeding. Relief supplies is something that is very bulky to go around, and we cannot continue feeding people through relief supplies. One of the things that have been used in the past is where families get a voucher once a week or once a month, and then they are able to go to selected supermarkets and purchase their goods, what they need, and take it home and use it. And for this to happen, there must be a proper registration system so that you know who is available, who are the people qualified for the vouchers, and to manage it properly, that they do not purchase goods or exchange it for goods that are not part of the approved list. With those few words, I think I have identified some of the things that we are looking at, and I just want to leave by thanking the Director Nemo and her staff for all the support that they have given us from the time the team arrived until when we are leaving today. It has been 6 days, 5 days of very, very hard work, and we have seen a lot in those 5 days, and so we thank them very much. I also like to thank Professor Robertson. He gave us a good briefing. He prepared us properly for what we had to do, and I think in the future, any team that will be here to do what we did should go to him and get a good briefing. I also want to thank the people of St. Vincent and Grenadines for the hard work that they are doing looking after their compatriots. And we know that we'll be able to get over this. So I am with you. I will continue to give support to CDEMA so that CDEMA will be able to support you. Thank you very much, and I look forward to speaking with you at some other time. Thank you.